Well, good evening, Diamond Bar. Welcome to the 2023 State of the City Address presented by our Mayor, Andrew Chow. I am Dan Fox. I am honored and privileged to be here to serve you and this community as your city manager. It's great to see all of you here. This is a wonderful turnout, and we really want to thank you for taking the time to be with us this evening. We have a great program lined up for you. Tonight's theme is Making a Difference. Mayor Chow is going to highlight some of our exciting city projects that are making Diamond Bar a better place to live, work, and play. Also new this year, Mayor Chow will be recognizing a few individuals that embody the spirit of making a difference in everything that they do. I'd like to express my sincere appreciation to our City Council for their continued leadership and support, and to our talented staff and all of their efforts, flexibility, and creativity and dedication to this community. Together, we're all working very hard every day to make Diamond Bar a better place. At this time, we'll do a couple of introductions. We'll start off with our City Council members. We'll hold off bringing up Mayor Chow, but the other City Council members, we have Councilmember Ruth Lowe. Councilmember Chai Yu Tang. Mayor Pro Tem Stan Liu. And Councilmember Tai could not be with us this evening. From our Planning Commission, we have Planning Commission Chair Bill Rawlings. And from our Traffic and Transportation Commission, Chairperson Raphael Plunkett. And Vice Chair Surenda Mehta. We have several dignitaries with us this evening. We have representing U.S. Congresswoman Linda Sanchez, District Representative Nathaniel Garcia, representing Diamond Bar and the 30th Senate District, State Senator Bob Archuleta. And from the 56th Assembly District for the state of California, Assembly Member Lisa Calderon. Representing State Senator Josh Newman, we have Nathan Bass, District Representative. And from Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors, Hilda Solis, District Director Andrea Moreno. And our Los Angeles County Assessor Jeffrey Prang, Senior Field Deputy Aldo Macias Ariano. And I know there's a lot of other dignitaries and officials in the audience today, so if you are in public office, have held public office, are elected or appointed, please stand up to be recognized. All right, we thank you for your service. So we also have from the Los Angeles County Fire Department, we have Assistant Chief Dustin Robertson, and Battalion Chief Eric Getz, along with many of the Station 120 crew. And then our Los Angeles Sheriff's Department this evening, we have Walnut Diamond Bar Station Captain Steve Towsey and Deputy Aaron Scheller. And then our executive team for the City of Diamond Bar, Assistant City Manager Ryan McLean, Public Works Director David Liu, Community Development Director Greg Govman, Finance Director Jason Jacobson, Parks and Rec Director Ryan Wright, and our Human Resources Risk Manager Amy Haug. And of course, tonight would not be possible without the creative efforts and of our Community Relations Manager Marcia Roa and Senior Community Relations Coordinator Cecilia Ariano. So with that, without further ado, it is my honor to introduce Mayor Chow. He was first elected to the City Council in November 2018. He was re-elected in November 2022 for his second term. This is his first term serving as mayor, and he currently represents the city on a number of boards and regional agencies, including the Los Angeles County Sanitation District 21, San Gabriel Valley Council of Governments, Tres Hermanos Conservation Authority, and he's also involved with a number of other local state organizations. He's currently the president of the Chinese American Elected Officials and he finished his term serving as the Cal Cities Division President for LA Division, and was just recently appointed to the Cal Cities State Board of Directors and as an at-large member. Please join me in welcoming Mayor Andrew Chow.
Thank you, Dan. Can we give Dan another round of applause? Thank you, Dan, for that introduction, and thank you for being here tonight at the beautiful Diamond Bar Center. When I look out the room, I see everybody that I've come across in the past 5 years. It's such an honor to stand here in front of you. Before we get started with tonight's State of the City, I would be remiss if I didn't take a moment to introduce you to my family, who means everything to me. Let me start by introducing my parents, Tony and Cindy. Please stand. That guy's gonna run for office one day. So every elected official with small children, there are the grandparents ready to babysit, so thank you. I also want to introduce you to my identical twin brother, Jeremy. So for those of you that wonder how am I able to be at different places at the same time, here you go. He's otherwise known as the artsy version of Andrew. And I want to introduce you my son, Kenneth, who's a junior at Diamond Bar High School. Go Brahmas. And of course, my baby girl, Cadence, who's currently attending first grade at Walnut Elementary School. And please behave. Thank you very much. Thank you. So before we get started on tonight's program, I wanted to acknowledge a few more people. We mentioned our elected officials. So I know there are a few people that we kind of asked them to stand up. I want to personally recognize my friend, Temple City Mayor William Mann. So William actually inspired me to run for office. So you can either thank him or blame him for having me up here today. Now for tonight's main event. So I'm honored to present to you this year's State of the City address. Serving as a mayor so far this year has been both challenging and busy. It's been a very productive year. It has allowed me the opportunity to connect with many of you at different events and appreciate what a diverse community Diamond Bar really is. Now, when I say diversity, I'm not just talking about our cultures, our last names, our religions. I'm also talking about different paths that all of us taken that led us here to Diamond Bar. During my time as mayor, I've had the opportunity to meet with many of you at different events, a concert in the park, for example, and these interactions have given me the insight into what is happening in Diamond Bar and what is important to all of you. I learned that our community comprises of many, many remarkable individuals who are setting good examples achieving great things, and working toward positive change. As you may have noticed, tonight's theme is centered around making a difference. And that is why we wanted to especially recognize a few members of our community who, in my opinion, are leading, inspiring, and creating positive change in our city. Now, before I invite them up to be recognized, we have a short video. Well, it's 13 minutes, not really short, but we want to make sure we highlight all of them so that you learn a little bit more about them. And then we're going to call them up for some recognition. So here we go, the video. Thank you.
Heart of Hope is a nonprofit organization that is dedicated to helping special needs children. Our founder, Ms. Joanna Lowe, has been a middle and high school music teacher for more than 10 years. In 2009, she used her expertise in music and education to establish the organization Heart of Hope, with a vision to helping and providing unlimited support to all of the special needs children in the community. Some advice I would give to other teenagers who want to become a part of Heart of Hope and become a volunteer would be to come with a heart and vision to helping special needs kids, because it's honestly a really rewarding experience, and being patient and loving with our special needs children is the most important part.
Heart of Hope has 43 special needs students, over 100 student volunteers, and around 32 parent volunteers. We have a variety of programs for the special needs students, such as an arts and crafts program, a music program for hand chimes and guitar, and we have outdoor activities for them for hand-eye coordination and motor skills. We also have 2 annual programs at May and also at Christmas, showcase our arts and crafts and our dances that we practice throughout the year. I heard of Heart of Hope from a family friend, and what motivated me was that my cousin also has special needs, and I want to help other people who have some sort of disability, because I know how hard it is on the parents and also the individuals who also have them too.
Heart of Music is a division of Heart of Hope in which students and special needs kids perform for our elders. Originally, it started at the Walnut Senior Center, but in 2017, we also added the La Habra Senior Center. So twice a month, students and special needs students perform for the elders, and common performances include piano, violin, guitar, and singing. So the program helps all the students as well as the special needs kids to feel confident, and it helps the elders feel connected to the students and gain exposure with music. So benefits of the program include fulfillment and happiness for the elders, students, and special needs kids. My most memorable experience at Heart of Hope was at the 2023 Mother's Day party. So I was with my special needs students, and before this program, we had prepared for our performance for many, many weeks. So when we actually got to perform, it was very fulfilling to see my special needs student performing so well and feeling so happy while performing. And I remember after the party, when everyone was leaving, my special needs student wanted me to stay, so we played tag for 20 minutes before I left. So this experience was very fulfilling and rewarding to me to see how happy he was.
My name is Bonnie Bloom, and I have lived in Diamond Bar for over 40 years. My husband and I moved here from North Carolina, and because he was in the Marine Corps. And we made Glendora our home, and then when we decided to buy, mostly he started looking around for some place that he liked, and he found Diamond Bar. At the time, nobody knew where Diamond Bar was. It was never mentioned on the Climate or the city TV or anything. It was a very rural area, but it was where we were used to because we grew up in a rural area in Minnesota. When I completed high school, I went to work for the FBI, and people have asked me what made me choose the FBI. And it wasn't really planning on my part. I was a senior, And I was in class and I was in study hall, and the agents came. They were looking for employees, young people that were interested. And I wasn't necessarily interested, but I loved to take tests. And so I raised my hand that I would go, and so they had us move to another room. And about 2 months after I graduated from high school, I got an appointment to go to Washington, D.C. to work for the FBI. And I can remember my dad telling me that I had gotten the appointment. And I said, well, I don't think I'll go. I didn't have any plans, but I didn't think I'd go anyhow. And it was the 50s, and it was not a time, it was a father knows best time. And so it never dawned on me that my dad would not give me good advice. And so if he said I should go, I said, okay, I'll go. I was 17. And so when I got to DC, Hoover was the director. And since I was only 17, he took anybody that was that age, and he took told us, not took, but he told us where we could live. And there were some areas that were approved by the FBI. For some time I didn't work, but then he was transferred to California, and we came to Glendora at the time. And he always felt sorry for me because I was at home with the kids working, and he went to work, but I wasn't getting out much. And so he suggested that I take a class from Citrus College, and just one night a week, and so that I could get out. And so I did that. And so one class became 2, 3, 4, 5 classes. And eventually I graduated from there. I had another pregnancy, and we had when I was at Cal Poly, after I transferred to Cal Poly, I was, and after our youngest son was born, I graduated from Cal Poly. I got my master's degree from Cal Poly, and a lot of teaching credentials. But at the time I was teaching started in 70. I taught at all levels. I liked all of them.
I believe I talked her into starting college at Citrus. I was going to Citrus. And she did. And she went 2 years, and then, left Citrus and went to the big college by Pomona. Bonnie is easy to live with. She's intelligent, and just, we get along just fine. And she helps with gardening sometimes, which I do. The trees, I have a lot of fruit trees.
I have been in Diamond Bar since 1992 for over 30 years. And at the time, we wanted to, our family was growing, and so we were looking for a community that was family oriented. And my sister actually was living in Diamond Bar, so we were familiar with the area. I've been a Girl Scout leader for over 22 years. And even though all my girls are no longer Girl Scouts, I'm still part of the organization. I'm still the treasurer for the neighborhood, and I'm going on to my 27th year. What I really admire is seeing the girls grow up, and they've all become caring, giving, independent young ladies, and that's what makes me really proud. My advice for anyone that wants to get involved with the community or volunteering is to just do it. Find an organization that they're passionate about, and you'll meet some wonderful, wonderful people in the community, and just know that you're making a difference in where we live.
I admire Lisa's compassion to help others and to be connected to the community. Although our kids are all grown up, Lisa is still involved with the community as an admin for 2 Facebook groups and Girl Scouts as well. I believe the most significant contribution my wife has made is her commitment to the family, and she has a passion to help make the community a better place.
I've lived in Diamond Bar since I was born. I went through all the Walnut Valley Unified School District schools. I went to Evergreen Elementary School, South Point Middle School, and Diamond Bar High School. And now I attend Chapman University, where I study political science and broadcast journalism. History was always my favorite subject in school. It was something I was always interested in. And I was a senior in high school during the pandemic, during 2020, where there was so much going on in the world. You know, the pandemic was going on, there was an election, and I found myself, so consumed by the news that I was so interested in maybe being able to cover that myself. Every day I would talk about the news with my family, and it was just something I was so interested in. And I was always taught to, read the news, be informed about what was going on in the world. So I just took my own passion, my own interest in what was going on in government and decided, why not make this my career? So I've tried to get as much experience as possible in interning across local and national newsrooms. I interned for Cal Matters, Politico on the California team, CBS Evening News in the Los Angeles Bureau, NBC Los Angeles, and most recently MSNBC for Andrea Mitchell's show. I was fortunate enough to receive the White House Correspondents Association Scholarship, which was offered to me in conjunction with the Asian American Journalists Association. And through that scholarship, I got to visit the White House. I got to attend the White House Correspondents' Dinner. I got a mentor who was a part of the White House Press Corps, and I got to meet so many journalists, people who I look up to, people who I followed for years. My most memorable experience from the scholarship experience was being able to sit in the White House press briefing room and direct a question to the White House press secretary. Just being in that room instilled, another level of confidence in myself, that I'm on the right path and that I belong in the industry. And being able to, represent Chapman University, where I attend school, represent Diamond Bar, was so special to me. The advice I would give to other students is to first start small. Before I landed any internships, I was working for my school's newspaper, I was working with my school's newscast, and I was working with my local newspaper. So I think that builds up that kind of experience. And I also think staying committed to your craft, practicing, writing the stories, asking those questions is always going to be so important. And I would say lastly, just like having a really good support system. My family, I'm so lucky to have them. My friends who always push me on. I think all of those types of things can help you.
I think what has contributed her success in school for Juhi, I think it starts with her personality. She's very extrovert. She's very outgoing. She communicates very well. She listens, and she often takes time, thinks, and then decides how to respond to that particular circumstance. We support her 100% in whatever path she has chosen thus far, and I think that she, very early in life, at the age of 20, has found that this is what she wants to do, which is actually kind of good for her because many people take time in their late 20s to find out what they really want to do. The proudest moment for both of us, me and my wife and my family, we're a family of 4. Jai is my son. By far, the best moment we have is when she got recognized at Washington, D.C. And President Biden was able to congratulate her, meet her, and they all recognized that her efforts, her hard work, her dedication, her passion resulted into recognition and an achievement that I think will go for generations to tell. For any parents out there who want their child to do better in college and in journey of life as far as their education, their career path is concerned, the first thing is make sure you engage with them, have an open communication, give them a chance to know what they really want, and along the way, be there for them so that if they feel that that's not the right path, that's okay. Help them decide, help them overcome dilemma. And I feel that all of those aspects of relationship at home, relationship with peers, very, very important in today's life.
Aren't they amazing? Round of applause, please. And I have to admit, I was a little biased, so we received a lot of nominations from the community, but the really one person that I truly want to nominate honor tonight, unfortunately is not eligible, and that is my beautiful wife, Jennifer. She's been with me on this journey since the beginning, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you. All right, so now we're gonna go and present our gifts and certificates to our nominees. The way we're gonna do this, so we will have our elected officials, so Senator, if you can join us, my council colleagues, and Assembly member, if you can join us, and all the field representatives who have certificates to present, if you can join us on stage. We're gonna stand right here on the riser, and we'll call up the nominees one at a time. Yeah, we'll call up nominees one at a time. We'll take some pictures to present you with our gifts and certificates. First, I'd like to bring up Mrs. Bonnie Bloom. If you can come up. Yeah, so you want to stand here? Okay, if you can stand here, face the crowd. Okay, all right. Then we're going to invite our senator to say a few words.
Okay. Yeah. Hold that for a second. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your Senator Bob Archuleta, and I'm honored to be here. And I thought we were going to come and just listen about how great the city is, the progress you've made, and all the fantastic things you do in a year. But I am so surprised and honored that we have 4 individuals that are being recognized by myself and my colleague and the others, that elected officials and their representatives. So it's a big day to be recognized by the state of California. So the first one would be, and we'll do this, and it's Bonnie Bloom. So Mr. Mayor, would you mind if I just read real quick? Okay. For the state of California has recognized these 4 individuals. Well, Bonnie, you have been recognized. I want to tell you about that good-looking Marine you married, but we're not going to talk about that. But we'll talk about you and the 2023 Diamond Bar State of the City Honoree. And I join in congratulating Bonnie Bloom on being selected as the 2023 Diamond Bar State of the City Honoree. Throughout your distinguished career, you have served with unwavering distinction, leaving an indelible mark on both the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Azusa Unified School District. Your exceptional career has not only preceded our nation, you've represented us with honor and dignity. You've also enriched the lives of countless individuals through your education and your service to this great state of California. So on behalf of the 30th Senate District and the state of California, I congratulate you for your efforts. On behalf of your senator, hey, that's me, Senator Bob Archuleta. Here you go.
Yes.
We'll alternate. There you go.
Well, good evening. It's an honor to be here. I'm Lisa Calderon, and I represent Diamond Bar in Sacramento in the California State Assembly. And Bonnie, I'm here on behalf of the State Assembly to honor you and thank you for all you've done to enrich your community, to help improve the minds of young people as they go through the education process. Watching the video, I'm just amazed at what a full life you have, and thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nate Garcia, and I'm with the Office of Congresswoman Linda Sanchez. She unfortunately couldn't make it tonight. She's making sure that the voices of everyone in Diamond Bar are being heard in the halls of Congress, but it's an immense honor to be here on behalf of California's 38th District to recognize yourself and the other honorees that are being recognized here tonight. So thank you so much for your contribution to the community of Diamond Bar and to California's 38th District.
So we'll just all head it to. Then we'll just take a few photos.
Imagine if you'd won the lotto.
I know. See? Okay, good catch.
Thank you so much. And next, I want to invite up Miss Lisa Kwan. Where are you? Lisa, get up here. By the way, today happens to be her birthday. Can we sing? No, I'm kidding. Let's not do that. All right. And her husband, thanks for being here. We're going to have Senator say a few words.
Okay, go ahead and continue the flow exactly we're doing. Wasn't that exciting for Ms. Bloom? Thank you so very much. We just loved it. Well, again, now this is for Lisa on behalf of the Senate, the state of California, and it reads, I join you in congratulating Lisa Kwan on being selected as the 2023 Diamond Bar State of the State honoree, and I commend you for your unwavering dedication and tireless efforts in making the city of Diamond Bar a better place for all of its residents. Your exemplary service is an inspiration to all of us, reminding us all of the power of unity and the difference one person makes in everyone's lives, and to invest into their heart and soul of the building and stronger, more vibrant community, and you have done that. So on behalf of the state of California, the 30th Senate District, I commend you and wish you best of luck. Your Senator, Bob Archuleta. There you go. Okay. Turn that around.
Lisa, I like your first name. You know, it's really my honor and privilege to be here to honor you tonight for everything that you do to make your community a better place, and all your years of service and dedication. So thank you so much for everything that you do.
Thank you so much. And here's a gift for you. Thank you. And there will be plenty of photo ops later, so don't worry. I know you all brought a crowd, but don't worry, we'll have plenty of photo ops later. And this one's from Mrs. Bloom, by the way. I forgot to give it to you. Next, we'd like to bring up the parents. We have Dr. and Dr. Doshi. Please join us. There you are.
Well, Joshi Dahish, again, on behalf of the state of California, ladies and gentlemen, and the state Senate, I join in congratulating you on being selected as the 2023 Diamond Bar State of the City honoree as a rising champion. At the Chapman University, as a senior, your passion, your commitment to the journalism profession has set a remarkable standard for your peers and the entire Chapman community. Furthermore, having received both the White House Correspondents Association and the Asian American Journalists Association scholarships are esteemed acknowledgments of your exceptional talent and dedication to your field. So on behalf of the state of California, the 30th Senate District, as your senator, I congratulate you and wish you well. Bob Archuleta. Thank you.
Mr. and Mrs. Doshi. I'm so pleased to be here to honor your daughter, and I really, really look forward to meeting her. As I was watching the video, I was struck by how young she is and how much she's accomplished in such a short time. I have no doubt I'll be watching her on MSNBC or CNN someday, but I hope to meet her before then. So please give her a hug for me.
Thank you so much. And today she's actually at the Reagan Library. She's covering the presidential debate. Yes. So
I don't know if you heard that, ladies and gentlemen. Her daughters are covering the presidential debate right now. So what an honor.
We have a gift for you. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We have a gift for you. Thank you. And now I'd like to invite Ms. Teresa Lee with Heart of Hope, who happens to be a water board member as well.
Well, to the entire organization and all those, well, can you all please stand up, young ladies, everyone back there? Heart of Hope, turn around to be acknowledged. On the video, we saw what a heart you all have helping these children. God bless you for doing that. So, the Senate in the state of California recognizes all of you for working with us and congratulating Heart of Hope on being selected as a unit, as 2023 Diamond Bar State of the City honorees. And I commend your organization for your outstanding dedication and unwavering commitment to creating an inclusive environment and promoting the well-being of families and children with special needs. Heart of Hope has demonstrated exceptional leadership, and through a wide range of programs and services, you have created individual support and individual support systems for the special needs community. So on behalf of the 30th Senate District and your senator and the state of California, I congratulate you and God bless you.
Thank you. May I add one thing? Well, I'm here on behalf of Joanna Lowe. It's her leadership that has led us to this recognition, and I cannot thank everyone enough, and also Mayor Chow for this opportunity, all the hard work that we have put in. Thank you.
So once again, on behalf of the state of California and the nation, we thank you and congratulations. Mr. Mayor?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you. Thank you. And as I mentioned, there will be photo ops later, so please don't leave yet. Thank you. So now we're moving on to what we call the business section of tonight's presentation, where we're going to talk about a lot of things we're working on as a city and kind of give an update on what's happening and give you a glimpse of what we're working on going into the rest of the year and next year. So the first area that I like to highlight is the city's financial condition. And I'm pleased to share with you that Diamond Bar remains financially strong. Just as in previous years, our current budget was prepared in a thoughtful and disciplined manner to make the most out of our resources. The budget consists of $32 million of operating budget and an aggressive $12 million capital improvement program, $1.9 million of which will be going to maintaining and repairing our roads. And here's the best part. Even with this aggressive capital improvement program that we have in place, we're still anticipating ending the fiscal year with an estimated surplus of $326,000. Yes, thank you. And we're only able to do this because we make a point to leverage the city's general fund dollars with other funding sources whenever possible. And here's a good example of how your city council and our staff are working to make a difference. One of the capital improvement projects that we're currently working on is the Grand Avenue and Golden Springs Drive intersection improvement project. Constructions on this project started almost 3 years ago, back in October 2020. I know it was a long time ago, but the good news is that the project is in its final stages, and we should be completed this November. Yes. The improvements, which are being made as part of the 5760 Freeway Confluence Project, aim to improve traffic flow in the area and also make the intersection safer, more inviting, and friendlier for bicyclists and pedestrians. The improvements are many, and they include additional traffic lanes, wider sidewalks, striped bicycle lanes, ADA-compliant curb ramps, accessible pedestrian signals, a variety of decorative streetscape elements, and trees that in a few years will add aesthetics and environmental benefits. Another key project underway in the same area is the renovation of the Diamond Bar Golf Course. Yeah. This project has been in the works for some time as well, but we're happy to share that completion is on the horizon. We're told by LA County that where's Andrea? We're told by LA County that the golf course will be reopened later this year or possibly early next year. I know it's been a long time, but I'm confident for those of you that play golf or just admire the game of golf, you agree that the redesigned 18-hole layout and the new fairways and greens were worth the wait and will make a difference. It's important that we know that the completion, though, of these two projects does not mean work in the area will be complete. Those of you that have been following the intersection improvement project and the golf course renovation project know that they're both precursors to the 5760 Confluence project. The Confluence project really is decades in the making and has been recognized as a priority even at the federal level. Over the years, he has garnered the attention and support of many, many US Congress members, government officials, including former US Secretary of Transportation Anthony Foxx, and for really good reason. The Confluence is a 2.5-mile-long segment where the 60 and 57 freeways converge into one highway, creating severe bottlenecks and resulting in frequent traffic delays and accidents. Those of you that drive on that stretch every day, I don't need to tell you that, right? It is ranked among the top 10 most congested truck bottlenecks in the nation and rated the second worst location for freight delays and truck accidents in Southern California. Now, because of the complexity of the project was broken down to 3 phases. Phase 3, which is the most substantial, complex, and costly part of the project, just went underway. As a matter of fact, we had a ribbon-cutting ceremony back in June earlier this year. Phase 3 has a price tag of $444 million, with funding coming from a combination of state, local, and federal sources, including Measure M local sales tax revenue, the California State SB1 gas tax revenue, and federal infrastructure for Rebuilding America grant dollars. It is anticipated that the Phase 3 will take about 5 years to complete, 2028. 2028. The bulk of the construction activities will take place on the freeway, as well as the areas near the entrance and exits. Right now, construction involved the initial grading to shape the new off-ramp bypass lane to Grand Avenue from the 60 freeway. So we'll have a dedicated exit lane into Grand Avenue from 60 eastbound, along with the reconfiguration of both the existing on and off ramps. This will then be followed by the widening of the Grand Avenue Bridge and the construction of a new bypass bridge overcrossing at Diamond Bar Boulevard for eastbound commuters and one at Prospector Road to be used as a new lane for eastbound freeway traffic. So there's a lot happening, and I do hear your concerns. I know there's a lot of noises and all that, but we do hear you. With the construction of this scope, there will be inconveniences, unfortunately. Noise, dust, traffic lane closures, detours, and nighttime traffic operations. As always, though, the city will work with the construction team to minimize these inconveniences whenever possible and put up message boards ahead of the construction zone to alert drivers. However, there's no other way to put it. This project will require all of us to practice patience, adjust our travel time or routes, slow down, and just keep a positive attitude. Let's try to focus on the positive outcome and the benefits the project will bring. We'll have fewer accidents, improved safety, less congestions on our streets, and a more efficient movement of goods. I think we can all agree that these changes will make a difference in our community for generations to come. And if you haven't yet, I would suggest you follow the progress. The project is actually being managed by the San Gabriel Valley Council of Governments. They do have a website, they have a hotline email address, and they're also on social media. So we encourage those of you who are interested to sign up for alerts so you can be alerted when there will be road closures. But road improvements don't just stop there. We are also continuing to make investments to extend the life of our own roadways to keep them in the best condition possible. This fiscal year, we're investing more than $9.5 million to improve 25 miles of residential roadways and approximately 5 miles arterials. The residential area scheduled for improvement is located south of Pathfinder and west of the Country Estates. Okay? And the arterials that's being worked on is, and the work will consist of a mix of preventive roadway treatments such as slurry and Cape Seal coats and localized reconstruction. The arterial roadway segment that will be rehabilitated are Golden Spring Drive from Grand Avenue to Temple Avenue, so right across from the golf course, and Grand Avenue from Diamond Bar Boulevard to the eastern limit of the city toward Chino Hill, so Longview. And also Copley Drive and Bridgegate Drive located inside the corporate Gateway Center right by the City Hall. All these projects will start in February 2024 and will take approximately 4 months to complete. Another project that's set to start in February will bring enhancements to several of our key intersections to make it safer for pedestrians and bicyclists to cross the street. 9 locations along Diamond Bar Boulevard, Golden Springs Drive, Grand Avenue, and Brea Canyon Road will be equipped with pedestrian countdown timers and supplemental near-side traffic signals. The crosswalks in these areas will also be restriped with high visibility markings instead of the current standard parallel lines. Citywide, the effort continues to replace all street signs, the metal ones mounted on poles and the illuminated ones that you see overhead. In addition to being easier to read day or night, the new sign design will improve the overall appearance of the city and complement our streetscape. Replacement of those signs are scheduled to be completed in spring of 2024, while the installation of the overhead lighted signs at all 66 intersections will be done by November of this year. And yes, I've heard this a lot. For those of you who are interested in keeping a piece of Diamond Bar history, the street signs will be made available to our residents. Once the installation is complete, once we document and catalog all the signs we have, and we'll have a process in place where we can make those signs available to our residents. So details on that will be coming soon. You guys want a sign, street sign? Yeah? I've heard that a lot from people. Another area that we're making a difference is in our community parks and trails. We love our parks. I started on the city council before as a park and rec commissioner, so our park and trail system always will have a special place in my heart. In fact, in about 2.5 weeks, we're going to be celebrating the grand reopening of the Canyon Loop Trail right outside. This 1.3 mile segment of the trail is in the heart of the Summit Ridge Park trail system. And we made several improvements to the trail, including trail pathways were widened, retaining walls and draining crossings were installed at erosion-prone locations, stairs with handrails were installed where needed to improve access and safety. Lodgepole fencing was installed in certain areas to clearly mark the pathway. Rest areas were created at 2 separate vista points, including a shaded structure and also benches, so you can rest and take pictures. And we also added colorful new signage depicting the local wildlife and plant habitat along the pathway. So that's what we're doing outside. And we invite all of you to the grand reopening in a couple weeks. Improvements are also in the works at several parks, including Jody's favorite Maple Hill Park. Where's Jody? There you are. The 5.5-acre neighborhood park in the southern part of town gets a lot of use from our residents as well as students from Maple Hill Elementary School across the street. Although the park's well maintained, both the playground and the restroom building are in serious need of renovation. And thanks to our Senator Archuleta and his staff, who were able to secure $660,000 funding from the state, the park is set to get a brand new restroom facility, playground equipment, and ADA improvements later this year. Thank you, Senator. So look for more details on the project on the city's website, and all of our projects are on the city's website. And another area of priority for the city council and all of you, obviously, is public safety. We've always said public safety is our #1 priority. And this fiscal year, we'll literally put our money where our mouth is. We budgeted nearly $8.9 million, or approximately 25% of our budget. It's allocated to public safety. It is not cheap, but it's well worth the investment because we simply cannot thrive as a community if we don't feel safe at home, at work, when we go to restaurants or go to a store. We have to feel safe. So I want to first acknowledge our public safety partners in the back. We have our Deputy Scheller and Captain Towsey. Thank you so much for your work. And when we think of public safety, most of us think of police and patrol, but we have a whole comprehensive public safety program that the city pays for. So we have a responsive and capable law enforcement team that's dedicated to keeping our community safe. And Deputy Scheller is part of that team. Thank you so much. We have augmented fire protection services, including brush clearance and emergency EMT medical services. I want to thank our fire partners in the back as well. Thank you so much for being here. And crossing guards at key intersections near schools to help our students safely cross the street. And I want to thank Dr. Taylor, Superintendent, Walnut Valley Unified School District, and our Pomona Unified School District for your partnership. Thank you. Also, animal care through Inland Valley Humane Society, animal care and control personnel that help rescue animals, help facilitate adoptions and reuniting lost pets with their owners, and also respond to a variety of calls of service. And also training for resources to keep our city staff prepared and ready to respond in case of emergencies and disasters. All these things make a difference and help keep Diamond Bar among the safest city in the region. And tonight, you heard it here first, I'm pleased to share with you that the City Council, at our last meeting, approved an agreement for the installation of automated license plate reader cameras. These cameras are used by law enforcement agencies throughout the nation as a way to capture vehicle license plate information that can then be matched to either stolen vehicles or cars that are used in other criminal activities. The data collected by the readers is stored in a secure cloud-based database that then may be accessed by a local law enforcement department. Patrol deputies on the outside can then use that information and receive real-time. They get a text on their cell phone saying that there's a stolen car in Diamond Bar, go get them. So we're hoping that with this system, our deputies will be able to make more arrests that may not have been otherwise possible. And tonight, I also want to provide an update on an effort that has been generating a lot of interest and excitement. It's the Diamond Bar Town Center specific plan. Who's heard of downtown Diamond Bar being thrown around? Are we excited about that? A downtown for Diamond Bar? Yes, thank you. Over the past year, city staff has worked tirelessly with a talented group of consultants to prepare a specific plan to refine the community's vision and create a blueprint that will ultimately bring the community dream of a downtown to reality. With input from all of you, from our community members, through surveys, meetings, and design workshops, the team has received great feedback and is currently working on completing the draft plan. And thank you to all of you who has been part of that process and that provided input and your thoughts and ideas. Your participation is much appreciated and certainly made a difference. And stay tuned for more information. Actually, in a few weeks, we'll be back in this room again to go over the results and to review the plan. So we'll have that information out to you shortly. Then I want to take this opportunity, since all of you are here, to also remind you of a special annual event that allows us to support our local restaurants while enjoying time with family and friends. It's our famous Diamond Bar Restaurant Week, which really is Diamond Bar 2 weeks, or Diamond Bar half a month, which we need to change that name, by the way, at some point. The popular annual event starts in just a few days, from October 1st to October 15th. And this year, we're doing something different. We always try to do something different. And Alpha Lopez from our staff is really the one that's spearheading this effort, and our Regional Chamber of Commerce, so thank you for your partnership. This year, it includes a new feature, a rewards program that gives you 20% cashback reward every time you make a purchase at a local restaurant. But to claim that reward, you do have to download this app called Open Rewards. It's free, so you can download it, and please take a moment to tell your friends about it. Speaking of restaurants, it's been a banner year for new eateries in Diamond Bar, and we noticed a few new things that opened up this year. And every time they open, guess who's the first one at the store to take a picture and post about it? Me, no. So we have a few. We have Major Dumplings, we have Reborn Cafe, Solo Hot Pot, Hotspot Nabi, Tony's Barbecue, Tokyo Ramen, Cold Stone Creamery, which opened a couple weeks ago, and they have a grand opening coming up. And I heard just yesterday, Baskin Robbins finally opened by Albertson. They finally opened. But that's not it. We've got a couple more coming. We have the Shrimp Brick Cajun Boil coming. Yeah, who likes Cajun? And we'll have George's Mediterranean. Yeah, that's Cindy's favorite. Cindy can't wait. You'll be the first one. You'll beat me to it. And we have interest from a few national chains. We have Ono Hawaiian Barbecue that's shown interest, and we'll have Popeye Chicken. Yeah. So with all these great additions, that's why we have like 18 gyms in Diamond Bar, but that's another story. So there's never a shortage of dining options here in our town. So that's an exciting year. As I mentioned, as a mayor for this past year, it's been very exciting, extremely busy, and because I have a twin, so I'm able to be at two places at the same time. But in closing, I just want to take a moment to recognize a few things. So first, I want to recognize our incredible, incredible staff, led by our city manager, Dan Fox. Where's Dan? And for all of our city staff, you can raise your hand if you're shy or stand up, be recognized, please. Where's our city staff? Thank you. They're shy. Thank you. You know, as elected officials, we're the ones on stage behind the mic, but our staff is really the ones that do all the work. So thank you again for everything you do. I also want to thank my council colleagues. I want to thank Councilwoman Ruth Lowe, Councilmember Cha Yu-Tang, and Mayor Pro Tem San Lu, and also Councilmember Steve Tai, who couldn't be here with us today. It's been a long time coming, but I want to thank your efforts and support this year. We really do have a great team, and we're collectively doing what we feel are the best for our city. We may not always agree, but we work it out, and we always do what's best for the city. And of course, I want to thank all of you, our residents. Yay, our residents. Thank you for believing in me and allowing me the privilege to serve as your mayor. It truly feels like a dream every day to be able to wake up and go to work for the city that I love and for the people that I love. And as your mayor, I remind myself every day of the awesome responsibility that you have placed upon me. And I'll never take this honor for granted. I'm humbled by the privilege to serve this extraordinary community, and I'm inspired by all of your dedication, resilience, and unwavering spirit. As we finish here tonight, we're almost done, a couple minutes. As we finish here tonight, reflecting on a remarkable journey that has shaped Diamond Bar from a humble beginning as a cattle ranch to the vibrant, united community that we're now here today. We will continue to stand strong and uplift one another and to celebrate the diversity that makes our city so unique. For Diamond Bar, for all of us, it's more than just a spot on the map. It is the embodiment of our dreams, aspirations, and shared sense of belonging. So together, Let us write the next chapter of our city's history, a chapter brimming with promise, innovation, and opportunities for all of us. Thank you, Diamond Bar. The best is yet to come. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Senator. You're too kind. We'll stay for a picture. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here.